Well, hello. I am Cari Palmer, and you are witnessing me without my invisibility cloak. This is totally crazy for me. I am on the Oregon coast. A week ago, I was in Mount Shasta, and I was told, "You're done. It's time." It was time for me to get ready to come back to the ocean where I require the energy, just the movement of the ocean. Oh, I had to go to Mount Shasta to finish writing books, and I am done with the bridge. It's just little nuggets are coming through, but I'm here on the coast with my printer to print it out, to put it into volumes, and to get it ready for production, whatever that means. Who I am, what I am, is something you can't comprehend because I had to walk away from all humans for it's going to be 9 years in the fall when this journey started that I have been away from people for well over 1,000 days. I'm isolated, I'm alone. And in that process of complete silence, many books came through me. The bridge is almost done. And now the invisibility cloak has been removed. And suddenly I see people noticing me in public. And it's kind of weird because I've been very isolated. Before I left Mount Shasta, a married man hit on me in the hardware store. Randy, he was like, "Hey," I'm like, nobody does that because they don't see me. But now I'm being shown in huge ways that you're going to see me now. And I was sent to two places here on the Oregon coast where, oh my God, I was so alive and I was seen and I got to see me. As people see me, I see me bouncing back from other eyes. And last night I was listening to music and there were so many eyes on me. I was like, they see me. They see my energy and I have changed dramatically. I've written books for you to become this. What is this? This is complete peace and bliss at all times. The only emotion I have ever is when something feels slightly off. It's icky. That's all I've got. If something feels icky, it means, ooh, don't go that way. That's it. If it's icky, it's off. But our world has become so very disgusting that icky is just something you can't even access because it's all just overwhelming. The work that I do, I'm aiming at younger people because you are so close to God. You are so close to remembering who you are, much more than people who've been alive for a while and they're set in their ways and they found their partner that they're not going nowhere. No, the younger you are, the closer you are to just realizing, because you already know the world's all, I'll try not to cuss, messed up. And you know it doesn't feel right. You've thought of all kinds of thoughts that you didn't want to think about the people around you, about the people that are telling you what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to be. All right, here's the deal. You know the way. You knew the way as a young child. When you were little, I want you to go back to those thoughts. Go back to those days when you wanted to be that superhero. You put on your mask and your cape and you stuffed your underwear like a tutu and you flew through the house, you flew through the neighborhood because you saw yourself as something magnificent. I am here to tell you, you're that. You are that. That thing that you dreamed about being is who you are, but you can't access that because of what you've been shown, because of what you've been told. So my books are going to show you how to step immediately into who you are and erasing everything in the middle. And here's what I'm talking about. Okay, those people in the house with you, the parental units, or the ones who are in your life in some capacity who are in charge of you, they're not real. They are not supposed to be in charge of you. They think they are because they had parents. They each had parents. They came from separate parents. So they're really twisted in what their beliefs are to bring together and make one family out of all these weird twisted beliefs. So they had each had separate parents they come from and their parents and their parents. And it goes on for hundreds and hundreds of centuries. We had to partner up. But what we have done in this last century, think about this. The television was invented 100 years ago, this decade. 100 years ago, a screen was born. What do you think happens when you throw something like that into reality? The twisted tunes that we're playing right now, it's called our life. Thank you, Bob Rivers. Our lives are so screwed up because we're following the people that born us into the life and we follow them and And now we're like kids dressed up really cute and at the pool, and the mom takes a selfie, like, look how cute we are. And don't get in the pool. No, we don't want to get wet. Anyway, I digress. These people are not in charge of you. The way the world is supposed to work is we're supposed to be born, and the caretakers who will help you stay safe and learn how to walk and talk and feed yourself and use your body functions will take care of you until you take off. Because at any age, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, you'll know what to do. You'll know where to go. But the world we've created, you can't know because mommy and daddy said it's not okay. And mommy and daddy told us the path we need to take. That's the world we live in. That's not real. Okay, so the parents erased, they're gone. They're done. They have no say over you. And men and women, after you have sex, women, protect yourself if you don't want to get pregnant. But if you do get pregnant, you have the child, give it to the caretakers. They will take care of your child, and then you go find your journey. And men, you are not responsible for what happens to that woman's body. Light the cigarette when you're done, say thank you, ma'am, and you go on your merry way. Your parents can't know that they're not in charge of you because everything we know is everything that's happened for centuries. I have been silenced, so I could hear from the sky, and I've heard from the sky in magical ways to find out what it is that we did wrong, where we went wrong, where we took the wrong turn, and how we kept following the wrong guy. God, are we repeating history? Anyway, following the wrong guy, we followed the wrong guy centuries ago, and now we're in this place to where women are told they're not equal. I beg to differ. Watch me. Bring it on, men. Women are equal, men are equal. It doesn't matter what color you are. Nobody's above anybody else. We are all sparks of consciousness that come here to occupy a body, which is just merely our vessel to get us here to find this space that I have found and become this thing that I have become, which all of us can do. How did I do it? What did I do that brought me to this space? Are you ready for this? I watched some shows that showed me some things. I had no church, but I heard a lot in videos and things about when you just, Eckhart Tolle had a lot to do with this, when you just surrender, let go. Abraham Hicks, throw your paddles in the water, let your boat take you. So one day I was walking in Puyallup, and this was about 8 years ago. And I said, all right, God, no, I didn't use that word. I didn't have God in my life. I said, all right, whatever you are, my life isn't working. So effective this second, I am surrendering. I am no longer making decisions. And I said, all right, here I stand on 23rd Street. I surrender. Now what? I was told, go that way. From that moment on, guys, it's like you think you're in charge. You think you are making decisions for your life because everybody tells you what you're supposed to do. So you're trying to pencil it all in, even though your gut is telling you, I don't want to do any of this. I want to kill myself. I want to be dead. I want to run away. You can, because now there's the only thing we have is to step into our glory. And when you step into your glory, you don't feel sadness, you don't feel anger, you don't feel hate. You just feel so much love for everything. And we all will feel this. We all will feel this way, the way I feel. And you can't hurt anything. You want everything to flourish. There are no laws or rules where we're going. The new world is magical. And I've also met the architect of the new world. He found me, contacted me. I set him up with people he needed to get in touch with. And he is designing the place where we're all going to go just be silently doing what we came here to do and find our ultimate potential. It's between you being born and taking a few steps, and you are there. But what happened over the last centuries is we created this layer of family between you and all this stuff, and it gets bigger and bigger, and you can't find your way to you from point A to point B because of all this balloon of garbage we've created. And I'm going to pop that balloon, and then it all gets to fall away, and we get to just step into our glory and be who we are. So when you surrender, you shut up, say, okay, I'm quiet, and put your freaking phone away. You can't hear God or the higher voice when you're listening to anything. So silently go to nature and say, all right, God, I'm listening. And then be silent for a long time sometimes. Be silent, be still, walk on the beach, walk on the mountain, be silent. And then when something comes in, you know it's not you because it's going to say something that's like, what? Because you know you don't come up with it. It is one step, one thing, one breadcrumb on your trail that you need to grab, take it, and go do it. Execute what your breadcrumb tells you. It won't make sense. But once you get to what the breadcrumb takes you to, there's the, oh my God. And then you get another breadcrumb. You can't plan. You can't want. You can't think. You need to be still. I'll close with this story from the first book I read from Eckhart Tolle. I listened to it, and his voice, if you've heard him, he is so peaceful. He is so still. You have to really lean in. And I'm like, nobody could be this peaceful. I lied. You can. And here's an example. Nothing matters in my world. Nothing. There is nothing that can ruffle my feathers. I am in charge of my reality and my energy. And when I feel something's off or it's time, I just go. I deploy and I go where I'm supposed to. In this story, Eckhart Tolle talks about this young girl is in this very strict household and she finds she is pregnant. It's her boyfriend. Her father finds out about it and he's like, no, 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 child of mine. Who is the father? It's the man next door. He grabs the daughter, takes her to the man next door and says, you have impregnated my daughter. Oh, he gives the man the baby. And the man said, is that so? Closes the door and walks in and has a baby. Then the daughter admits a little later that, all right, it was Larry. Larry and I did it. And so she's in huge trouble. So the father comes back to get the baby. It's like, it is not yours after all. All righty then. It is just what it is. What is. Let things just be. And then everything is. It's a world of bliss. It's a world of seeing people seeing your light shine because you are brilliant. We all are. When we step out of the human story, pop that balloon, we step into our glory. And that's what I've done. And it's not something that is special because it's me. It's something that I had to live through and experience as I wrote this book, which shows you the rest of the way because you already know the way. Just step away from your story now. Tell your wife, tell your husband, tell your mom, tell your dad. Just say, you know what? Cari Palmer says, I'm out of my lane because I feel icky and I'm going to leave. And you don't need anything, guys. You are abundant. You will be taken care of. When you do the trust fall with God and say, all right, God, I'm doing this, but you better take care of me. You got to trust that He will. If you doubt it, He won't. It's as simple as the thoughts in your head. All there is. It's the enjoyment of your own self in a way you could not possibly fathom. You feel love of everything, life, everyone, everything. It's just love. When you get here, it's like all your chakras are firing, you're in alignment. You just see your needle is in your groove. If it skips, you feel it and you get right back in. Everything that makes you feel icky makes you jump right back into your groove. And when you get here, you will not let anything or anyone ever push you out again. You will be fully driving your own bus. It's magical up here. I highly recommend you join me. The books will help, but you can start right now. Don't let anything get you out of your groove. The Bridge, it's coming. Man is ruining his own nest. I highly recommend you read that right now while you're waiting. Cari Palmer, caripalmer.com. See ya.